Hello, everyone. Today we are discussing when a man fumbles a good woman. We're going to learn how men have fumbled, how they feel when they fumble, and if it's any way to recover from fumbling your woman. When a man fumbles a woman, it normally means he has made a mistake or mishandled a situation that negatively affects his relationship. These mistakes can be anything. That relationship is kind of like a case by case situation, but it could be things like he's not really ready to commit. He has poor communication skills and the woman is just tired of, working with him and waiting on him to get it together, or just being emotionally unavailable. It could be many reasons why a woman gets fed up with her man, leave the man, and then he and she has to move on to someone else. It could be many different reasons why a man fumbles a woman. But we're going to get into this video, hear from the men, and see what they have to say about fumbling a good woman.
So you mean to tell me you saw me, liked me, wanted me, chased me, got me, and then you fumbled me? What?
If you ever fumbled somebody who was good to you, man, you know that feeling that comes with it. That feeling like you could have done a little bit more, you could have cared a little bit more, you could have showed up a little bit more, you could have took a little bit more accountability, you could have showed a little bit more discipline, but then it just gets to a point where it's too late. You know what I'm saying? It's no saving things. The damage has already been done. It's like you just got to move past it. I lost one of the best, most beautiful relationships I had because of things I wasn't willing or ready to change about myself. And you're probably asking, if it was so good, then why'd you mess things up? And the simple answer to that is things that last take work. And like I said, I just was not ready to or willing to put that work in. And this is probably a relationship that I tried the hardest in, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been in other relationships, but this one felt different. I really tried my hardest, but I couldn't stay with it. But when it's all said and done, all you could take away from things like this is lessons so that you don't let it happen again. And the biggest thing I could take away from this situation is that old habits die hard. You know what I'm saying? Working on my ego, working on my accountability, working on my insecurities, working on my self-control, all things that have been issues for a long time that have just been untouched, things that I've just been letting go by, or things that people been letting me get away with, things I need to work on so if I do ever get a love like that again, or if me and her ever do cross paths again, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't feel good to know that you're hurting people and breaking up good homes and just ruining something beautiful.
She's a great woman. Ain't nobody gonna keep letting her go like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Why'd you let her go?
I didn't let her go. I fucked it up.
Well, that's letting her go.
I did fuck it up. And she made a promise to me. She's like, you will never see me again
And she
until
kept
I'm
it.
married and pregnant.
Oh, I feel you, Carlos, man. Losing somebody or messing something up with somebody that really cares about you will mess you up as a man, for real. I remember I was with this one girl back when I was younger and naiver, and I hurt her feelings really bad. And I remember she told me, she said, this is crazier than what he said. She said, I will let every man F me before I ever let you touch me again. I forgot what I did to her. That I didn't cheat or nothing. I ain't no cheater. I ain't never been a cheater. But I remember she said, I will let every man F me before I ever let you touch me again. I was like, dang. She kept that promise. I don't know if she's let every man hit, but she has not let me touch her. I know that. Yeah, she don't want to see me. She'll talk to me, which is crazy. Like, she'll still wish me a happy birthday every year and a happy New Year's. Like, she'll be the first person on my birthday and on New Year's to text me every year, but she would not see me. I asked her to go out one time. She said no.
A lot of men that fumbled a lot of good women, and that's facts. And I can say, as a man that didn't know how to receive love or even how to identify love from a woman, I let a lot of good women slip out of my fingers because I just didn't know how to treat them. I was so used to bops. I was so used to hoes. I was so used to, the ones who was playing a role until they got what they wanted type shit, that I didn't know how to really treat the good girl. I mean, I thought I was doing good. I thought, conventional day here and there, gifts here and there was the reason why they stick around, until I actually learned that it takes time and consistency and you actually being in their presence. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you make them feel and how their emotions is around you. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't notice that because I was a young nigga trying to date. And I was trying to date off what I seen social media, my uncles and aunties, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really take my parents' marriage as a reference because, you know, that was like marriage. So I didn't think that that was a smart approach. But now that I'm older and I understand that men can fumble good women, I understand that as a man, bro, you got to be able to receive love and you got to be able to identify it, bro. Everybody not trying to play you.
So, after listening to some of these men explain different times in ways that they fumbled a woman they were in a relationship with, it makes me think maybe they were younger and considered young and dumb. One guy said, I just didn't know how to treat good girls. And I didn't know the difference between a bop and a good woman. Another guy said, I knew it was a lot of work, but I wasn't ready or willing to put that work in. One guy said that he had to learn how to receive love and that everybody is not trying to play him. So just listening to these few men just to me makes me think maybe the relationship they're reflecting on, it was in their past youth. And I think one of them even said that he was young and naive at the time that he fumbled the woman in his relationship. So let's continue.
I feel like fumbling a good woman one of the worst decisions a man can make. You be thinking about her for like the next 5 to 7 years. What make it even worse, your next 10 to 20 females don't even compare to her on the most simplest term. So I'm here to let you know, ladies, when you go through a heartbreak and a man sold you short, just know God make us pay tenfold. I remember my last situation, I was like, you're 30 years old, you don't know this already?
I just don't understand, like, imagine fumbling a girl that hates every guy except for you. And this generation got it backwards. You men think you guys got all these options, but you really don't. I don't know how stupid could you be, dude? How stupid could you be? You fumbled a one of one. Loyalty and respect is already hard to find in this generation. She got a job. She goes to the gym to work on herself and her personal development. You know, she barely has any friends. She's not going out like that, hoeing around. You know how much of a failure that is? She had all men grouped into a pile of garbage, and then there was you. You were the only one. She hated Chad and Brad and all her exes. She hated every guy, but you were the exception. You had one job. You had one job. Girls like her are already rare enough to come by, you know? You went from men are trash to, you know, this guy's different, and somehow you made it through. He made eye contact with you, and all of a sudden, all 69 reasons why she hated men were all gone, and you messed it up.
Imagine fumbling a girl who has her priorities straight, is a homebody, only goes to work, and probably has 1 to 3 friends max. I'm gonna be honest, you're not gonna find too many girls that's like that. Like, she not in no drama at all. Her life is peaceful. She has her own routine going. You need to be grateful that you even met her. And ladies, I can only imagine how you feel. Y'all probably get called boring or get told that y'all require too much. How does she require too much? And all she wants is proper communication. How is she born if she has her shit in order, has routine that keeps her at peace? She's not in a bunch of guys' face. How is any of that a bad thing? I'm confused. like I said before, you should be grateful that you even came across a good woman like that, bro.
Ladies, I'm gonna be real with y'all. A guy knows that he lost a real one when he tries to stay in contact with you, okay? And typically this means that you were never the problem. It was always him. Hence why the relationship never worked out. And you see, the thing about these type of guys is, you know, it could literally be years since they have been in that relationship, and they will still try to keep in contact or, you know, at least try to become friends with you or something of that matter in hopes of actually, entering your life again, no matter how long it has been. This is why there's always an argument when you ask a guy to unfollow or block a girl or do any of these things, because he keeps that line of communication open just in case, that girl is going to let him double back and, entertain that bullshit again.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga know when they lost a good girl. They try to stay in contact always.
There are a lot of men out there who are not afraid to admit that they fumbled and they let the one girl who ever cared about them and who was ever going to like them for them go. And now they spend the rest of their lives chasing after that dream, that imaginary thing in their head that they just can't get back anymore.
Okay, ladies, and now we heard some of the regret and the way the men feel when they contemplate that good woman that they fumbled. These guys are saying things like years and years pass by and they still thinking about the one they fumbled. Another guy said that some of the reason why the guy try to stay in contact with you is because he recognizes that he fumbled a good woman. And another man said it shows when they try to stay in contact with you after the breakup that you were never the problem. So, have you experienced a man you ended a relationship with for whatever reason, trying to stay in contact with you, seeming like he just can't get over you? Let me know if you ever felt this before, you ever experienced this before. And my personal thoughts are, as long as the guy takes accountability for what happened and he's actually someone that you would be interested in trying again, it's okay to give love a second try. But if he hasn't changed and he's just trying to keep in contact with you or keep that access open to you, but he hasn't grown or matured at all, what's the point? Sometimes you have to walk away as the woman to let a man lose you, because that is the only way he will learn and grow.
Nothing, and I mean nothing, will scar a man more in his life than realizing he let a good woman go. For why he did it, insecurity, jealousy, not feeling good enough, it will literally haunt him for the rest of his life, watching that woman get the man that she deserves to be with, because he just simply could not step up to the plate.
There's going to come a point in his life when he realizes that he lost the woman that he was supposed to marry because he wanted to go entertain everybody else. And then that moment passes and he tries to come back and you've moved on.
Yo, check this out. The hardest thing I learned as a man is sometimes you don't get a second chance to mess up with good women. Quality women, women that have boundaries, that know their worth, that know what they add, and to know that they are a blessing to any man capable, keyword, capable of being in a relationship with them. Sometimes you don't get chance after chance after chance to get this right. That means you got to step correct the first time.
Hey, listen, I don't know who need to hear this shit, but I'm going to go on here and say it. Sometimes losing a good woman is exactly what a man needs in order for his ass to grow the fuck up. For sure. Free game.
See, men don't actually change until you actually give them an irreversible consequence, which is why it's best to be the one that got away and stay away, because you finally put him in a position where he didn't get what he wanted. And a lot of them change too, just not for you. The kicker is you got to stay away from him for it to work. The con of that is his new and improved energy is going to be used on the next woman. You remained in a box because you were there in the first place. You were always the lesson, never the girlfriend. And no longer having access to you shatters his ego to pieces more than it does his feelings. Because now he has to settle for a roster woman who can't do the same amount of stuff as you did as selflessly as you could. It def gives him a moment of clarity, but only over an extended period of time. Now, even though he has you in a box, he still hates losing more than he likes liking you. Men only change for the ones that got away and stayed away because it gives them a sense of clarity. even if they didn't care about you to begin with. But the principle that's in their mind is the consequence that transpires out of it. This means running back for him for good behavior usually ain't gonna work out. If he's getting desired results from doing less, what room for improvement would he personally need?
Sometimes you gotta send a man back to the type of woman he's really used to. Let's be real. Some men swear they want a solid woman until they actually meet one. They say they want love, loyalty, and peace, but their ego only matches a woman who required the bare minimum. So when a man fumbles a woman who's rare and tapped into her growth, don't chase him, don't argue, don't negotiate your worth. Just step back and watch him run right back to the chaos he's comfortable in. The day he realizes he lost a woman who would have elevated his whole life, that's the day he'll learn the difference between access and privilege.
So, you had a relationship, the man you were dating fumbled you, and you had to walk away. And since you walked away, you have been doing your own thing, whatever that is. One key indicator that the man regrets losing you is he tries to stay in contact with you some way, shape, or form. And it is up to you if you decide to allow that man back into your life. Okay? Totally up to you. But if that man really valued you, he wouldn't have fumbled you in the first place. So, take him back, don't take him back. The choice is yours. It's your life. Okay? But don't allow a failed relationship to make you question yourself and your self-worth. You are valuable. You just may not be valuable to him. Okay? So, this is the end of the video. I have one more clip I'm going to share. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll talk soon.
Nobody fumbled you, yo. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Nobody never fumbled you, male or female. But females say it so much, like nobody fumbled you. What happened was they did not value you because you weren't valuable to them. That's just what it is, yo. It ain't no trickery to it, yo. When a man value you, you know. It's not gonna be no tricks. You ain't gotta ask no questions. You ain't gotta squint your eyes and try to turn the picture this way. You're gonna know. And when he doesn't value you, you're gonna know. And that's the end of it. He didn't fumble you. He dropped you. He threw you in the end zone. He threw you in the stands. He punted you. There's a difference. I know y'all don't really know football like that, but nobody fumbled you. What happened was he didn't want you no more, and he threw you away. Now, that don't mean you're not valuable to anyone. Someone may be like, "Dad, this is a dope person, whatever." But that particular person didn't fumble you. They threw you away for a reason, whatever the reason may be. That's what it is.